This man's story, one of intrigue and power, unfolds like a symphony reverberating through the darkest corridors of the underworld. Emerging from the gritty heart of Brooklyn, Angelo Ruggiero's sphere of influence spanned from the clandestine clubs to the commanding heights of power. From the chaotic streets of East New York to the high-stakes world of the Gambino crime family, Ruggiero's journey was a mesmerizing blend of intellect and ruthlessness. But hidden beneath the veneer of power lay a well of secrets, wiretaps, and a central role in the shocking downfall of the notorious John Gotti. Angelo's life began in the heart of Brooklyn, where he was born on January 29, 1940, and raised in the East New York section of the borough. Angelo's father was a first-generation immigrant from Naples, Italy, who, interestingly, had no ties to organized crime. His mom, Emma Campesano, was a dedicated homemaker. Angelo had three brothers, Salvatore, John, and Francis, the latter of whom was affectionately known as Little Frankie. It's important to note that Angelo's family background was not steeped in criminality, and his early life seemed rather ordinary. However, fate had other plans for young Angelo. He crossed paths with a young John Gotti when the two boys were just 12 years old. The friendship that blossomed between them in East New York would lay the foundation for their future in the criminal underworld. Angelo and John shared a common ambition and a penchant for trouble. They both had a violent streak and eventually dropped out of school. Angelo's nickname, Quack Quack, originated partly from his distinctive duck-like walk, but mainly from his incessant chatter. He was known never to be silent, always compelled to speak his mind. John would often jest, "For Christ's sake, Ange, don't you ever stop talking?" Angelo's response was simple, "No," as he continued his relentless chatter. As they grew older, their criminal inclinations led them to join the Fulton Rockaway Boys Gang, a move that set them apart from typical teenage delinquents. The gang engaged in activities like stealing cars, dealing in stolen merchandise, robbing stores, and mugging unsuspecting victims. John would eventually emerge as a leader within the gang, distinguished by his violent temper and overbearing attitude. The turning point in Angelo and John's criminal careers came with their involvement in the McBratney murder case. In 1973, the nephew of the Gambino family, Emanuele Gambino, was kidnapped and brutally murdered, despite a hefty ransom being paid. The Gambino family sought revenge, and in May 1973, three men posing as detectives cornered James McBratney, a suspected ringleader in the kidnapping in Staten Island's Snoop's Bar and Grill. A scuffle ensued and McBratney was fatally shot. The authorities eventually arrested Angelo Ruggiero and Ralph Gallione for their involvement in the McBratney murder. Angelo's association with the high-profile crime would have significant consequences for his future in the underworld. Angelo and John's initiation into the Gambino crime family marked a significant turning point in their lives. With Neil Delacroce's endorsement, Angelo found himself under the tutelage of the powerful crime family. It was a tremendous opportunity, but it also brought new challenges and dangers. Angelo's deep entanglement in the heroin trade added another layer of complexity to his criminal activities. His connection to his fugitive brother, Salvatore Ruggiero, introduced a new dimension of risk and reward. Salvatore had become a millionaire thanks to his involvement in the heroin trade, but was also a fugitive evading arrest in a tax-related case tied to his drug dealings. Before we continue with the video, take a second and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press that bell icon as well. Please and thank you. As Angelo tried to navigate the intricacies of his brother's hidden assets in the labyrinthine world of drug-related dealings, the FBI closed in on him. The authorities, armed with wiretap and surveillance, meticulously built their case against him. These covert investigations unearthed damning evidence of Angelo's direct involvement in the drug trade, revealing a network of illicit activities that further complicated his already precarious legal situation. The pressure was mounting, and Angelo found himself caught in a web of law enforcement scrutiny and criminal enterprise, a perilous balance that would soon come to a head. Tensions within the Gambino family were escalating, especially between Angelo's crew and the leadership of Paul Castellano. The ongoing dispute over Angelo's tapes, which Castellano demanded access to, further fueled the flames. Angelo's assertion that his family was on those tapes only added to the intrigue surrounding this crucial piece of evidence. As tensions reached a boiling point, a plot was hatched to eliminate Paul Castellano. This scheme, led by John Gotti, Sammy Gravano, Joseph Armone, Frank DeCicco, and Robert Di Bernardo, would forever change the landscape of the Gambino family. This group of conspirators meticulously planned the hit on Castellano and his underboss, Thomas Bellotti, in a brazen and audacious move. On the fateful day of December 16, 1985, Thomas Bellotti drove Castellano to a pre-arranged meeting at Spark Steakhouse in Midtown Manhattan, unaware that they were walking into a trap. As they exited their vehicle at the front of the restaurant, gunmen ambushed them, firing a barrage of bullets that ended their lives. The hit sent shockwaves through the organized crime world and solidified John Gotti's position as the new boss of the Gambino family, with, of course, Angelo Ruggiero as one of his trusted capos. In the wake of Paul Castellano's dramatic assassination, a seismic transformation unfolded within New York City's organized crime landscape. John Gotti, the infamous Teflon Don, celebrated for his uncanny ability to slip through the fingers of justice in high-profile cases, emerged as the new boss of the Gambino family. Gotti's ascent filled a power vacuum left by Castellano's demise and brought with it an aura of chemistry and ruthless determination. At Gotti's side, Angelo Ruggiero, serving as a capo of the formidable Bergen crew, assumed a pivotal role within Gotti's inner circle. With Angelo's oversight, the Bergen crew managed an array of criminal enterprises, injecting vitality into the family's traditional mafia values. This era marked a return to the roots of organized crime, emphasizing street-level operations, unwavering loyalty, and a profound sense of respect among its members. Gotti's meteoric rise didn't go unnoticed. It attracted the glaring spotlight of media attention, rekindling the romanticized image of the Italian-American mobster and etching an indelible legacy upon the annals of organized crime history. This man's life was a whirlwind of crime, loyalty, and betrayal. His journey from the streets of Brooklyn to the inner circles of the mafia revealed the intricate web of relationships and power dynamics that define the world of organized crime. Angelo's legacy, forever intertwined with the rise of John Gotti and the fall of Paul Castellano, left an indelible mark on the criminal history of New York City. Angelo Ruggiero's story is a compelling narrative of ambition, betrayal, and the pursuit of power within the dark underbelly of organized crime. His role in the downfall of a mafia legend, coupled with his own complex character, makes him an unforgettable figure in the annals of crime history. Now, if you like this video, make sure you like it and don't forget to comment down below which crime activity you'd like us to talk about next. And as always, my friends, thank you very much for choosing to spend your time with us today. We'll see you in our next video.